What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Stahls TV channel. I'm Kelly Walters, and today we are decorating this really trendy tie-dye cap from the game headwear. And we're using 3 different colors and 3 different types of CAD-CUT materials. We are going to have so much fun using the 360 IQ hat press today, and I cannot wait to show you the final product because one of the products we're using is the new CAD-CUT UV Shift. So what you see on this cap when it's completely done is going to be completely different than when we go outside at the end. So let's get started. So we aren't going to do a product overview from creating the art, cutting and weeding. We've already done that. This is what our graphic looks like once it is layered on top of itself. Now, our first layer is going to be CAD-CUT UltraWeed. Our second is going to be the new CAD-CUT UV Shift. And on top, final product is going to be the CAD-CUT Metallic, which is one of my favorites. Now, it's going to look like this once it's applied and indoors, but the minute you step outside, this logo is going to change and have a third color that you wouldn't normally see. Now, we won't be cutting, weeding, like I said. If you want to watch how these products cut and weed, we've got other videos that you can go check out. Today, it is simply about applying using the 360 IQ hat press. Now, because we're using heat transfer material, we're not using patches or emblems, I've actually turned off the lower platen. So this is not hot right now. And if you're curious, like, well, why would I get the 360 if I don't want upper and lower heat? There are some heat transfer materials or vinyl that works better with just the upper heat when it comes to hat decoration. The CAD-CUT Metallic, for instance, applies at 285 degrees. So we really don't need to cook using the bottom to take away from that top heat. So we can just utilize the upper heating element and still stay at a pretty low temperature. But this is a one size fits most, not all. That is another perk on why you should be using the 360 IQ hat press. Now, this is a non-structured cap, so it's going to be pretty easy to apply, but it's going to have a wow factor. So let's go ahead and get going on the press. All right, so let's go ahead and get our hat on here, and then we will review the settings for our 3 materials that we will be using. Now, as I'm lining this up, I just want to make sure that we've got the sweatband pulled forward, as you can see here. And then once comfortable, I have engaged the lever to lock our hat in place. Just going to pre-press for a couple of seconds. This is going to make sure that our pressure is good. And now we have a nice, clean surface to work with. So like I said, these are the 3 materials that we're using, or the logo. The first one we'll be using is CAD-CUT UltraWeed. So that's what this looks like. Second we'll be applying will be our new UV Shift. And the third will be our CAD-CUT Metallic. Now, our lowest temperature is technically our first, which is UltraWeed at 260 to 300. But our UV Shift is our highest at 302, and it is going to cook for 10 to 12 seconds. And we are going to center. That way we can just place right over the seam. Now everything else is already set. We're going to tack this down for about 6 seconds. And this will automatically open once it's complete. Now we do have a hot peel. So we will just peel that material away. Now remember, the upper heating element is going to hit this down several more times. So that means that this material will eventually get that full cook at the 12 seconds once we are complete. Next, we are centering our UV Shift. This will also adhere for 6 seconds. And it's also a hot peel. Last but not least, we're gonna come in with our metallic, and this will cook at the full 12 seconds. And this is a cold peel, so once we've applied, we will take it off of the press, let it cool down before we peel. We're going to flip the lever back up, and then that removes the cap. Now, as you can see, this is what the hat looks before we peel the carrier. So we're gonna set that aside and then we'll peel on camera. All right, so our hat has cooled down and we are able to go ahead and remove this top carrier. Now, the metallic gives it just a little bit of a pop. Remember, if we're gonna be out in the sun wearing this, that metallic is going to really hit the light and just add another element to this overall design. Now, the next perk is that UV Shift, which is our second material. It kind of has the ivory look to it right now. That is going to completely change once we get outside. All right, so we are back inside and you can tell that we have lost that bright, vibrant color that was once there, but no fear. Once we step back outside into the sun, we will get that really fun effect. So go out, like I always say, have some fun and get creative. UV Shift is going to be so much fun to decorate, especially come summer. I'm Kelly Walters and we'll see you next time. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button and comment below if you have already started using UV Shift or you cannot wait to try it out. We'll see you next time.